The Ethiopia-Eritrea border is shaking again. 4 flashpoints. 1 bullet away from war. From Badme to Assab, a powder keg is loaded, and this time, the spark may already be lit. Welcome back to Semonigna Spotlight, where we bring you raw, frontline truth from the Horn of Africa. Tonight, we're sounding the loudest alarm yet. Ethiopia and Eritrea are hurtling toward another devastating war, and this time the warning signs are screaming from space, trenches and graveyards. 7 years after the peace handshake that stunned the world, tanks are back, drones are hunting, and troops are digging in. Eritrea's elite units are fortifying the border. Ethiopia's northern command is mobilizing. And in Zalambesa, a single gunshot already claimed civilian lives. This isn't just tension, it's pre-war positioning. And we're about to break down the 4 flashpoints that could explode any second. This is your frontline briefing. Let's go. Flashpoint number 1. Badme, the ghost that haunts. Where a 1998 war began, and where the next one could strike. Picture this. The dusty, sun-scorched plains of Badme, a tiny town claimed by both Ethiopia and Eritrea, a wound that's never healed. In 1998, a skirmish here sparked a war that killed 100,000 souls. Today, it's a powder keg again. Eritrea's dug in deep, with 10,000 to 15,000 troops entrenched in bunkers, their BM-21 Grad rocket launchers aimed across the border. Maxar satellite images from June 2024 show new supply depots near Tessini, Eritrea's lifeline for a long standoff. Across the line, Ethiopia's northern command in Shire Inda Selassie is back in action, with T-72 tanks and M-46 artillery just miles away. What could light the fuse? Ethiopia reasserting its claim to Badme, still marked as theirs on official maps. Or Eritrea launching a preemptive strike, fearing a Tigrayan resurgence backed by Addis Ababa. Semonigna verdict, high risk. Badme's pride and pain could reignite Africa's deadliest border war. Flashpoint number 2, Assab, Eritrea's Red Sea stronghold. The port Ethiopia craves, and Eritrea will die to keep. Now to the Red Sea coast where Assab, Eritrea's prized naval base, sits like a fortress. Ethiopia's landlocked, desperate for sea access, and eyeing Assab with hunger. Eritrea's not budging. Eritrea's fortified Assab with SA-2 and SA-3 missile systems, Chinese Wing-Lung, 2 drones, and UAE-funded hubs tied to operations in Yemen and Sudan. Over 5,000 Eritrean troops stand guard, backed by naval patrols. Ethiopia's response? 5,000 to 10,000 ENDF soldiers near Bur, with Bayraktar TB-2 drones circling. Foreign powers, UAE, Saudi Arabia, even Iran, are circling like vultures, ready to exploit the chaos. What could spark war? Ethiopia demanding Assab by force, or Eritrea blockading Ethiopia's trade routes with UAE or Wagner backing? Semonigna verdict, moderate high risk. If Ethiopia pushes too hard, Eritrea's ready to hit back, hard. Flashpoint number 3, Zalambesa, the central time bomb, where 1 bullet already struck and more could follow. Next, Zalambesa, the heart of the border's tension. On June 27, 2025, an Eritrean soldier's gunshot killed an Ethiopian father and wounded his wife, shattering a fragile community-led peace. This wasn't just a crime, it was a warning. Eritrea's got 7,000 to 10,000 troops in mountain bunkers on Embaswera, with D-30 howitzers trained on Ethiopia. Satellite imagery shows new trench lines near Sarona. Ethiopia's rearming near Adigrat, possibly equipping ex-TPLF fighters with Russian T-90 tanks and Kornet missiles. Both sides are flexing drone power. Eritrea's Wing-Lung 2 versus Ethiopia's Bayraktar TB2. The fuse, another border clash, like Zalambesa's, spiraling into shelling, or Eritrea invading to crush Tigray's Debrecen-led TPLF faction, accused of cozying up to Asmara. Semonigna verdict, extreme risk. Zalambesa's a spark away from all-out war. Flashpoint number 4, Bur the silent killer. where Ethiopia's lifeline could be severed. Finally, the Bure front, near the Djibouti corridor, Ethiopia's economic artery. Eritrea is watching closely, and they're armed to strike. Eritrea's deployed 3,000 to 5,000 troops with D-30 howitzers, eyeing the Addis Ababa-Djibouti railway. Ethiopia's countering with Afar militias and 5,000 ENDF troops, backed by BMP-2 vehicles. A blockade here could choke Ethiopia's trade, worth $15 billion annually. What could ignite it? Eritrea cutting the railway to pressure Addis Ababa, or Afar rebels clashing with Eritrean forces. Semonigna verdict. Moderate risk, a slow burn, but deadly if it catches fire. The big question, is war inevitable? Semonigna Spotlight doesn't mince words. The 2018 peace deal is fraying. Ethiopia's Red Sea ambitions, Eritrea's TPLF ties, and foreign meddling, UAE, Russia, Wagner, Iran, are pouring fuel on the fire. Satellite images don't lie. Trenches, tanks, and drones are piling up. The June 2025 Zalambesa shooting proves one bullet can unravel everything. History screams warnings. A 1914 assassination sparked World War I. A pepper dispute fueled the Yoruba Wars. Badme's 1998 clash killed 100,000. With Eritrea's 40,000 troops and Ethiopia's 162,000-strong army, the next war could dwarf them all, displacing millions and destabilizing the Horn. What's next? Stay locked to Semonigna Spotlight for exclusive intel on secret arms deals, Russia to Ethiopia, Iran to Eritrea, fresh satellite images of trench lines and troop surges, updates on foreign players stirring the pot. Way good, fam. Is war coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's unpack this together. This is Semonigna Spotlight signing off. Stay vigilant.